Hello. The alphabet we use today was once vastly different. For example, the letter A was once an ox. And the letter D was once depicted as a fish. So, how did the alphabet we know evolve from ancient pictures and drawings? Well, prior to outlining this speech, I had never wondered about the evolution of our alphabet. But all that changed when I did some research and fact finding regarding its history. I would like to talk to you guys a little bit today about its origins, its history, and its evolution. The alphabet is one of the world's most revolutionary ideas or inventions, hidden in plain sight. It's all around us, almost on every page or computer screen. And the alphabet has a very complex and unique history that is still studied to this very day. The alphabet's predecessors and origins. As stated in the History of the Alphabet by Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, which its last published update was September 2025, it states that before the start of corresponding sounds to individual letters, there were symbols or words. As stated by David Derringer, who's a British linguist, paleographic writer, and author of his 1948 book, Alphabet, A Key to the History of Mankind, cuneiform writing is the most ancient system of writing. Now, its exact date is unknown, but it is said to have been around since the 4th millennium BC in or around Mesopotamia. Now, this form of writing was created by wedge shaped impressions into soft clay tablets, and the script evolved eventually from pictographs to a more complex system with sounds and syllables. He also states that hieroglyphic writing, which is most famously known from Egypt and the Great Pyramids, is a formal writing system that used pictographs, ideographic characters, and rebus writing that depicted pictures of humans, animals, and objects, mainly for communicating, honoring their gods, and record keeping. From pictures to sounds to words, as presented in a YouTube video, The History of the Alphabet, published by the Generalist Papers August 4th, 2021, which is created by Harrison Holt, who's a director, writer, and producer of animated educational videos about history, presents that the Egyptian system was then adopted by the Canaanite people in the Sinai Peninsula, which was named the Proto-Sinaitic alphabet. The Canaanites took some of the common characters from the Egyptian hieroglyphics and simplified them and gave them each a sound which corresponded to the pictogram based on its meaning. Now, example of this would be the character per, which in hieroglyphics meant house, which was given the sound b, which is the Canaanite word for house, and it's also the start of the letter B. Now, in the recession of the Egyptian Empire in 12th century BC, the Canaanite people were more known as the Phoenicians, who became the most dominant trading power in the Mediterranean. And they built a very extensive maritime network for trading. And along with this advancement came their alphabet, the Phoenician alphabet. And the Phoenician traders traded many things, and one of those things being their alphabet, to many groups, and one of those groups being the Greeks. Now, the Greek alphabet to the Latin alphabet to the modern day script. As stated by Tommy Thompson, who's an American calligrapher, graphic artist, and author in his 1942 book, The ABC of Our Alphabet, the Greeks adopted the Phoenician alphabet and spread it amongst its colonies, leading the way to the Latin alphabet. He also states that the Western Greek colonies in the southern Italy spread the alphabet to the Etruscans, whom were the dominant Italian civilization before the rise of Rome, and after dropping a few of the letters they had no use for, the Etruscan alphabet was formed. Now, by the 7th century BC, the Romans and Etruscans were well associated, so the Romans adopted their alphabet, and over time it morphed into the Latin alphabet. And of course, over more time, the Latin alphabet morphed into the Roman alphabet. The Roman alphabet was carried into Western Europe during the Middle Ages and eventually into the 26-letter alphabet that we all know and recognize. As mentioned, the alphabet has a very deep, complex, and ever-evolving history, making it one of the most revolutionary inventions ever, It is used by almost everyone worldwide and it is read on almost every page and computer screen. Thank you.